All right. B. Question 5B. It says Meena buys products for her business using the internet. The transport layer security protocol is used for transferring data when she buys the products. One layer of the TLS protocol is the handshake layer. Describe the purpose of handshake layer. All right, so handshake layer, there are two layers, handshake layer and record layer. So handshake layer, what it does, it basically handles encryption. Whatever the encryption and decryption happens, all the keys, encryption and decryption keys are handled by handshake layer. Okay. Number two, it carries out authentication. Of server and client. So it makes sure that neither the server nor the client is a hacker. Okay. So this is basically the purpose of handshake layer. It does handle encryption, keys algorithms, and it does authentication of server and the client. Identify the other layer, that is record layer. Okay. Identify another protocol that can be used to transfer data securely. TLS, SSL, we have SSL, we have HTTPS. What other? That's it. Meena visits a website to buy products for her business. The browser uses a small file to store the details of the products she views. This allows the website to display advertisements for other products she may like. The small file also stores her login details. Give the name of this type of file. This is cookies. She's talking about cookies. Cookies are the files saved by the websites in your computer through the browser, so that when they get back or you are creating a shopping basket, they have an idea what you have done. So it is a simple text file. There is no code. There is no executable running code. It is just a simple text file. Okay, which is used by websites for the purpose of remembering what you have done, so that they can use it further. Maybe to throw ads, maybe to create your shopping basket, maybe to remember when did you last visit or other. But it does not have any malicious purpose. Yes, sometimes other websites, they look into the cookies of other websites so that they have an idea what you are interested in. But the whole game is built around one thing, which is positive, which is advertisement. The other thing is stealing your information so that they could build your profile for, again, better advertisement. But that is, if it is done, mostly it is done without your consent. So many people think that cookies are bad. They are not bad, but they can be used by others to know about you. All right, others unintended servers, websites, they all look for the cookie, because all of the cookies in the browser are all saved at the same place. So one website would have created the cookies, other websites are just looking into it, that what you are interested in. Okay, 6 statements are given about touch screens technology. Okay. Tick to show if the statement applies to capacitive or resistive. If you do remember, capacitive makes use of the static electrostatic field over the screen, and when you put your finger on it, that electrostatic field gets disturbed, and since you don't have any charge over your finger, that current starts drawing to your body. That generates disruption in the static field. On-screen sensors, they realize that something has happened, and then they capture the data and send it to the processor, and processor then calculate that where exactly have you touched. This is what capacitive screen does. On the other hand, resistive screens would have two layers of plastic or some sort of fiber on top of it, and there it is basically sort of incomplete circuit. When you touch on the top of the layer, on top layer, that touches the layer underneath it, that completes the circuit. All right, so that is how computer understand that where exactly have you touched. Capacitive is precise, more accurate, durable, and mostly used. Resistive is cheaper, but it wears out and you cannot multi-touch, things like that. So let us start. Let's see what it says. Needs pressure to be applied to create a circuit, that is resistive. May not register a touch if the user is wearing gloves. Capacitive, or for resistive, all you have to do is to touch. You can touch with a pencil, maybe a word, maybe your finger or whatever, that pressure will work. But if it is capacitive and you're wearing a glove, since glove is an insulator, it won't let you draw the charge from the screen. It would not work. More commonly used in smartphones, this is capacitive. More responsive to the touch, this is capacitive. Needs an electric field to be changed to register a touch, that is capacitive. Cheaper to manufacture, that is resistive. Okay. Now, next question. Question number 7. Give denary values of each of the 3 12 bits binary values. So this is 1, 2, 4, 8. We don't have to write further. This is 8 plus 4, 12. This is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 64, 128, and 256. So this is 256. Hold on. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. I'm sorry. So this is 2, 4, 64, 128. 128 and 64, 192, plus 4, 196, plus 2, 198. This is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 1000, 1024. So 1024 plus 128 plus 64 plus 1, that is 1217. So of base 10, of base 10, of base 10. All right. So you can use workspace like 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 1024, and then you can put like something like 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, and then you can show that yes, it is 1217 of base 10. So this is the working that you can do. All right. So this is hexadecimals 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have this 1, 1, 1, 0. Then we have this 1, 0, 0, 1. So this is 9. This is E, which is 14, and this is 0. So 0, E, 9. Remember to include this 0, to not leave it, otherwise you will lose marks. Okay. All right. Leonard has a new laser printer to print letters for his business. Leonard connects his printer to his computer using USB port. Give 3 benefits of using USB port to connect the printer to the computer. So what is the first benefit? USB is the universal standard. It can be used anywhere. It can be used with cell phone, it can be used with laptop, it can be used with computer or any sort of laptop or computer or cell phone. So this is USB is a common and universal standard. All right, this is the first benefit. Now we have an idea that we have USB A, USB B, and USB C. And there is one USB B micro and mini. This is micro. This is mini. So you see, you have an idea that on a single USB wire, on one side you have USB A, on the other hand you have USB C. So it means that all ports are compatible. Different USB ports are compatible. They can be used to exchange data over a single wire. So it means that we know that USB A is not as fast as USB C. So it means that it supports the different speeds to be utilized on 2 different devices connected using the same USB wire. So it supports USB supports different data transmission speeds. Okay. Now, USB ports helps computers to detect attached devices. So as soon as you attach a device with the computer, it will be detected right away. Okay. That's about it. Okay. State 2 benefits and 1 drawback of Leonard using a laser printer instead of inkjet printer. 2 benefits. Benefit, it is laser is faster. Okay. Laser is faster. More pages can be printed per toner. Toner is basically the cartridge. ओके कार्ट्रिज एक बार आप टोनर भरवाएंगे तो उसमें हम ज्यादा पेजेस प्रिंट कर सकते हैं ओके सो it is used for large volume printing. Large volumes of okay. It can also print on both sides. Automatically. I have seen laser printers, either they print on both sides by themselves or they just eject the paper and then take it back and print on the other side. That is how it works. But laser printers, in laser printer, it is common that in one go you can print on both sides of the pages. Now, what is the drawback? Laser printers are expensive. They are bulky if we compare it with inkjet only. Okay, they are bulky. Toner is expensive. That's it. It gets warm up as well. Warmed up while being used. Okay, so these are drawbacks. Laser printers are expensive, they are bulky, toner is expensive, it gets warmed up, heated while being used. Okay, so now next question. An interrupt signal is sent from the printer to the computer. Give two examples of when a printer would generate an interrupt signal. It would be for paper jam, buffer emptied, it could be buffer full. Buffer full means no more data can be accepted. Buffer emptied means all the data that was given is printed. Waiting to start print. Out of ink. Out of ink. Out of paper. That's it. All you had to do just to write two. Many devices send interrupt signals. Identify the software in the computer that will receive and manage all the interrupts. That is called interrupt handler. Interrupt handler. Sometimes you can call it interrupt service routine. ISR. Or you, if you don't remember that, just put operating system. Okay, you can just put operating system. Question 9. 6 statements are given about storage devices. Tick to show if the statement applies to hard disk drive storage or the solid state drive storage. Okay, so I told you that SSDs are basically made up of transistors. With the passage of time, when you read and write, they finally give up because transistors store electricity and their resistance eventually builds up and it gets finished. But the number of times you can read and write is in millions, but still it is limited. Whereas in the hard disk, you can write as far as the surface of the hard disk allows you. Okay, so there is no such limitation in a number. Hard disk has moving parts, moving head, which is called, which is why it is called mechanical, whereas SSD does not have any moving parts in it, and all the data is moved in the form of electricity and electrically. So that is why it is called solid state drive. Okay. SSDs, if they are made up of NAND gate, then they are called flash, and they both can be used as portable storages as well. So let us write. Let us see. It has a limited number of read-write cycle, that is SSD. It uses magnetic properties, hard disk drive. It has moving parts as HDD, hard disk drive. It is non-volatile. Non-volatile means when there is no power supply, it can still save the data. It means they are both. It can be used in external storage device to back up. It can be both. They both can be online. Online as in they both can be non-volatile. Volatile means that you can only keep the data until or unless there is power, there is electricity. Like our RAM in computer is volatile. As soon as you switch off computer or electricity is cut off, all the data in the RAM, whatever the file that you have typed in Microsoft Word but you have not saved it, will be gone because RAM is volatile. On the other hand, hard disk and SSDs are non-volatile. When there is no power, power is cut off or computer is switched on, they can carry on data, they can hold data even when there is no power, no electricity. That is called non-volatile. It uses flash memory to store the data, that is SSD. I told you that all the SSDs made up of NAND gate are basically SSDs, flash drives, SSDs. Optical storages is another type of storage. Give two examples of optical. So we have got CD drive, we have got DVD drive, we have got Blu-ray. Remember, Blu-ray does not have an E in the blue. It's just Blu-ray, BLU-RAY. Okay. Question number 10. Umma is concerned about risks that she may encounter when using the internet. Two of the risks she concerned about are phishing and farming. Give one similarity and two differences between phishing and farming. So phishing and farming, they both steal the data. Both pretend to be real entities. Both steal the data without users' knowledge. Differences Phishing is done in the form of an email. Farming is done by installing malicious code phishing makes you click a bogus link. Farming will redirect you automatically to a bogus website. So these are the similarities and differences, that both pretend to be real entities, real person, real company, both steal the data without users' knowledge. Personal data, remember that. Phishing is done in the form of email. An email is sent to you so that it pretends to be from a bank or some company or a person, your friend, your family member, and then they make you click a link. Once you click the link, and then it all happens. It takes you to some website where they steal your data or whatever. On the other hand, farming is actually a code like a virus or something, malicious code that is installed over your computer. Whenever you type a website, it takes you to another website. Okay. Identify two other risks that Ummah could encounter when using the internet. So they are virus. When using the internet, malware, spyware, hacking, ransomware, that's it. So malicious का actual meaning क्या है? ऐसा software, a software that is actually written to steal the data and to harm the user. That is malicious. A software that is written to steal the data or basically to harm the user. That is malicious. C. Uma uses a firewall to secure the data on her computer. Uma tells her friend that the firewall can only be software-based. No, software-based, this is incorrect, because firewall can be software, can be hardware, or can be both. Describe how firewall helps to Ummah's data secure. Describe how the firewall helps to keep Ummah's data secure. It blocks hacking. It blocks hacking. It checks all incoming and outgoing packets or data. It has preset rules to apply over the network transmission. It reports any unusual network activity. It rejects all unauthorized or unauthentic hold on. Set rules and checks data if it follows it. Yes, exactly. It rejects all unauthentic data packets, data traffic rather, that does not meet rules or criteria. Okay, so that's it.